Nation of Fit in 10, it is day 38 of the challenge. If you have not booked your scan yet, please do so by visiting www.calendly.com/trainonmain. Calendly is spelled CALENDLY.com/train-on-main. Okay, book your scan if you have not already done so. All right, let's get back to more of your feedback here. All right, so finishing up this this person's feedback, is there anything you would like me to cover in this week's video series? I'm having a hard time staying on top of my cardio. I work in front of a computer all day long and I'm bagged at the end of the day. I don't necessarily, I'm assuming she meant to write, and don't necessarily want to keep sitting in front of a computer for cardio inspiration. I'm not sure why you'd have to sit in front of a computer for cardio inspiration. Anyways, so I've been going for walks, which I know is not up my heart rate, but at least I'm moving. Was there anything easy on the joints that you can recommend for cardio? All right, where to begin on this? So I'm not sure you mean by sitting in front of the computer for cardio inspiration. I'm assuming you mean you don't want to get on a machine. Is that what you mean? I'm going to go with that, okay? And this is why you're going out for walks. Walks are great. I'm a big fan of walking, just in general. After all, it does help us just get to where we want to go, right? But listen, one thing that I'd recommend if you want to do this outdoors, well, actually, you know what, before I get to there, let's just say this. If you have a hard time doing your cardio, period, do it first thing in the morning. Do your cardio first thing in the morning. Anything that you have a hard time doing, okay, and I'm going to remind you, by the way, that you have an hour and a half of cardio to do per week. So you've got 168 hours in 1 week. So less than 1%. I think it works out to be like 0.9%, not even 1%. Not even 1% of your week is going towards cardio, okay? So this shouldn't be that hard of a task when you're going to essentially apply less than 1% of your total time in the week. Less than 1% of that is going towards your cardio, okay? I try to make this challenge as, as easy as possible, okay? So, I'm just throwing it out there, okay, just to put it in perspective, okay? But still, if you have a hard time doing it, do it at the end of the day, okay? At the end of the day. No, do not do it at the end of the day. Do it in the morning, first thing. I know with myself, I have much better success doing cardio if I do it first thing in the morning. You just get it done and out of the way, okay? And then, hopefully you'll be more open to sitting on a piece of machinery, which is what I'm assuming you don't want to do at the end of the day. Okay, and that will be easier on your joints. But let's just say you're going to go outside. Then my suggestion would be to go to a place like QE and do some fast walking up a hill, preferably a grass hill. You can even sprint up the grass hill. If I think probably walking fast paced up the grass hill will probably get your heart rate up. Well, maybe not fast enough though. Yeah, so you may have to jog or run up the grass hill. I can guarantee you will feel way less impact doing it like that. Okay, so walk down the hill, then sprint up the hill. Okay, that's my suggestion to you if you don't want to be on a piece of machinery. Okay, but again, this is less than 1% of your week, and I don't know what else to tell you. If you can't perform less than 1% of your week doing cardio, I really don't know what to say. I mean, this is, we're down to as easy as it can possibly get, really, okay? All right, let's move on here. Okay, this person writes, this is under name something specific you can improve upon for the following week. There was one meal that I completely forgot to add milk and only realized at the end of the day, making me go over my numbers. But you forgot the milk. There was one meal that I completely forgot to add milk. I only realized it at the end of the day, making me go over my numbers. How did I make you go over your numbers if you forgot to put it in? I do plan my meals in advance, but now I need to review my food list to make sure I've eaten everything. I didn't miss any items. Yeah, okay, I'm confused. You didn't add the milk, but you went over your numbers. How does that make any sense? So I'm a little bit confused there, but maybe you added it. Maybe you realized you went over. You didn't add in your milk, and then so you added something else in, and you went over. I'm assuming. But yeah, I mean, listen, this is looks like it's an honest mistake. This happens. Move on. Just don't let it happen again. If you forget your milk, just put it on a big board in your house, right? Don't forget milk, right, or whatever, right? But actually, in all seriousness, you could actually, this helps me a lot, is writing on a whiteboard. Anything I forget or tend to forget or things that are really important to me, just write it on a whiteboard. You can get some of that sticky whiteboard tape. You can put it on your walls. It comes in like rolls, and you can just put it on your walls. It comes off and on pretty easily. And you just get one of those erasable pens, right? Felts. All right, name something specific you need help with. I'm feeling hungry all the time. Though I'm eating rice, eggs, fish, chicken, etc. Please recommend food items that I can eat to feel more full. Okay, well, I touched upon this the other day. No, did I touch upon this other? No, did the opposite of that. Okay, so we got people here that can't eat all the food, apparently. Although they're still having cravings, but they can't eat the food, but they're having cravings. I don't know how that ever works. Usually if I'm having cravings, it's because I'm still hungry, not because I'm tired of eating. But anyways, so we got to go for more volume foods here. So, for example, my suggestion would be rice is actually very low calorie. It's just basically pure carb, and you add water to it. Generally speaking, not always, I guess it wouldn't apply to pasta, but like oatmeal would be a good way to go. I don't know if you eat oatmeal or not, but if you add water to oatmeal, right, you get a lot of food, right? The oatmeal expands a lot. Okay, same with popcorn. I think this was brought up in Slack quite some time ago, but popcorn is a great way to go. Not so much for protein, even though people think it's it's like high in protein. It's not high in protein, okay? The only thing that's high in protein is really animal flesh, okay? But for a non-animal product, I guess it's a little bit higher in protein. But it's got a lot of volume, right? So it's going to help you to feel fuller. Berries are another great way to go because these are low calorie. These are fibrous foods even. So, kind of like technically if it's insoluble fiber especially, that those calories really don't count at all, right? But I won't get into that right now. Berries are a great way to go. Generally, vegetables are a great way to go because, again, it's more volume, very low calories. So, looking at foods where they can expand, right? Foods that you can expand, right? So, this is why I mentioned popcorn. This is why I mentioned cooking oatmeal, or just foods that naturally come low calorie. Again, certain fruits like berries, what would be other ones? Watermelon, cantaloupe, those are very low calorie foods, but again, a lot of volume. Okay, cooking oatmeal will help. Proteins in general, we'll go for low calorie proteins, right? So when I say low calorie proteins, these are foods that are just protein, right? Egg whites are another good one to go with. Okay, egg whites as opposed to whole eggs, although the yolks are very, very nutritious, right? Is there anything you'd like me to cover in this week's video series? What supplements can we take to drink during muscle recovery? Starting to feel very sore with the workouts. Okay, all right, so let me get to that tomorrow because I'm already at 9 minutes here. Let's get to the message of the day. Okay, this is a great one. It's one of my favorites, but okay, well, let's just go with it. All right. No, I already did that one. Never mind. Okay, here we go. I like this one too. Action beats anxiety. Motion beats meditation. Work beats worry. Action beats anxiety. So Basically, if you feel anxious, I can feel this way a lot. It seems like more and more people feel this way than that. I don't know if it's just something because we're talking about it more now these days, but anxiety seems to hit a lot of people. Anyways, so rather than thinking about it, just get into doing something that is productive, right? Action beats anxiety, or get to work on things that you're not getting accomplished, right? Like maybe your cardio, or maybe your food prep, or perhaps your workouts. Although I think that's probably the easiest one, the group workouts. Motion beats meditation. Again, let's get out of our mind and let's get into action. And work beats worry, right? So again, really what this means is all these three pieces: action beats anxiety, motion beats meditation, work beats worry. Basically, it's just saying, let's get out of here and let's get more into just doing, right? Let's get more into just doing. Personally, I deal with this, still do. When I get moving and I get stuff done, I immediately feel better. Sometimes it's just, the hardest part is actually just getting moving. But once you get going, things tend to get much easier, much better for you. So that's a piece of advice that actually really helps me. Hopefully it will help you, okay? Positive energy, positive vibes, believe in yourself, and for the love of God, give some gratitude. I will talk to y'all very soon. See you guys.